Hi guys, Ivan and Susan here again from Vloggers on the Loose. 7,550 people in the suburb. Built over an area of 2.1 square kilometres. And we're only 6 kilometres from the Perth CBD. We're in Mount Hawthorn. You guys heard of Mount Hawthorn? Nice inner city suburb out here. Close to everything, and a lot of old houses all been renovated, and a lot of street parking, guys. It's hard to find a parking spot out here. Street parking everywhere, and it won't be too long before the council jumps in and starts charging you, I would say. But at the moment, I think it's all free to park on the street. So what do you guys think so far? Not bad. A lot of nice old houses through here. These are this here is a Californian bungalow, yeah? Pretty sure of that. So Mount Hawthorn is a northern suburb of Perth, located within the local government area of the city of Vincent. The suburb was established in 1903, and it shows with all the old houses and stuff, so you'd probably get a few original houses over here from that year 1903. This house here is very nice, very well maintained and done up. You can just see it now. But you can see a lot of these places don't have garages or carports attached, because that one there's got one, and it was probably added on in later years. But in the early days they never had a garage or a carport. See this one here? They've attached that one to that house. And it's all above ground power over here, guys. Very old area. In the late 1890s, part of Mount Hawthorn was purchased by a syndicate of Edward Whitenoon and a politician and pastorist, James Hicks, and C.L.W. Clifton. When this group subdivided their land in 1903, Hicks called his portion of the subdivision Hawthorn Estate, as he had recently been to Melbourne and stayed in the Hawthorn in Melbourne. This house here, guys. It's this is Anzac Cottage. Sorry, Anzac Cottage. It is open to the public, but it's not open today. And I'm just trying to find my notes here on Anzac Cottage. It's at number 38 Kalgoorlie Street in Mount Hawthorn. Was built by local tradespeople in the space of, you guessed it, 24 hours on the 12th of February 1916. They built that house in 24 hours. That whole house was completed in 24 hours, and it's still standing today. It takes a tradesman now 3 years to build a house, and it falls apart within 2 years. How good's that, guys? And that house is still standing today and was built in 24 hours. Tradies of today, bow your head in shame. Lift your game, guys. Lift your game. Because if these guys could have built that house in 24 hours, it's still standing today. That's fantastic stuff. So there you go. Now that house, apparently it was used to house returned veterans, as well as to honour those lost in action. So interesting stuff. And like I said, it is open to the public, but not today, unfortunately. Is this one here probably the worst garden in the street? Yeah, that's the worst garden in the street, in the suburb so far, guys. There it is there. And have a look at this across the road here. Let's have a look at this bus stop. Interesting looking bus stop. Must be something going on here. A Friends of Anzac Cottage project. There you go. So that was Anzac Cottage over there. So they've built this over here. It looks pretty good. That there's concrete, but it was set in bags, and they've taken it out of, pulled the bags off, and it's got the bag imprint on there, the Hessian bag. And this here is one solid piece of timber, and it's bolted to those concrete bags. Pretty impressive, unusual, quite nice. What do you guys think? Leave some comments for us. As we worm our way through Mount Hawthorn here in Perth, only 6 kilometres from the Perth CBD, guys. As you would imagine, the median house price of the year would be fairly hefty. And have a look at that house on my left over there, the corner house here. That's one house, guys. That's on a massive block of land, absolutely huge. It goes all the way past that brick fence there. You can imagine what this house will be worth. And from that top balcony there, I would imagine they'd get city views from there. So they've done well, whoever owns this. They're sitting on quite a good parcel of land over here. Now their land goes right the way to this fence here, the end of the fence where the timber meets the brick over there. That's where their block goes. That's how long it is, right up to the street over there. So massive corner block. There's another old grotty garden across the road there, guys. Just have a look at this timber fence here, guys. Not a fan of them. That'll all be buckled in a year's time probably. It'll fall apart. We had a fence like that in one of our houses, and yeah, it just fell apart. I was forever ringing up the people who put the fence up. Well, the developer done it, but you had to ring up the fencing company. And they were forever coming out and replacing parts of the fence. Until we sold, then I didn't care. I was the only one ringing up also. So here's Grotty Garden number 2. And look at that nice house across the road there, guys. Beautiful restored house and extended house. Okay, what we'll do now, we'll take you guys to a different part of Mount Hawthorn. We'll see you there shortly. Okay, this here is the shopping area in Mount Hawthorn. And there's only one shopping centre here, it's called the Mez. There it is there. And the main tenant in there is Woolworths. And the parking in there is absolutely shocking, so we never parked in there. From experience, I won't park in there again. Way too tight. And then you've got all these other little specialty shops and cafes and restaurants and what have you along here, guys. So it's quite a nice little spot through here. So leave some comments for us about Mount Hawthorn in Perth. Let us know what you think. So everything's abuzz through here this afternoon. Even the dogs looking hoping to get on YouTube over there, and he probably did get on. So there's a lot of shops over here. There's a kebab shop over there. Look what it's called, Fat Boy. That guy just turned around and looked over at me when I said that. He was a bit plump. And guys, here's a nice pub over here. Pub's been here a long time. The Paddington Ale House, been there a long time. So we're just trying to cross the road over here. So that's Fat Boy Kebab Shop. And there's the Paddington Ale House. Okay, we're taking you guys to the only house listed here in Mount Hawthorn, because everything's sold out, guys. It's either sold or under offer over here. So this is it here. Number 54, Brady Street in Mount Hawthorn. Brady Street's a main road. As you can see, all the cars buzzing up and down here. And there's just a bit of a few pictures there of the for sale sign, number 54 Brady Street, Mount Hawthorn. High ornate ceilings, Jarrah flooring, split system aircon, open plan living, and it's got a pool, heated pool. This house here, the block was subdivided, by the way, years ago, because there's another house at the back there, but it's the front one here that's for sale, number 54, the yellowy colour house here. And that house was built in 1928, and it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1-car garage. It's only on a 407 square metre block. It would have been over 800 square metres if that block wasn't subdivided years ago. And they're asking from 1.1 million Australian dollars for that house. Pretty old house, pretty small block, and on a main road. I'm not sure if I'd want to buy it for that amount of money, but anyway, each to their own. What do you guys think? Leave some comments for us. Would you buy that house for or from 1.1 million Australian dollars? As we make our way through Mount Hawthorn over here in Perth. Not a bad suburb. Wouldn't want to live on the main road here though, Brady Road, because it's a bit noisy, but as you go into the suburb it's quite quiet. We've seen a few new builds going on. There's one across the road here actually, and we've also seen a few renovations happening. And there's the church house over there. Look at that, it looks like a church. This guy wants to be on YouTube because he stopped right back in the middle of the road here. And he's just staring at the camera. There's this high carport over here. A boat or caravan, that's probably for. Pretty high up. So guys, I'm just having a look at my notes here, guys. There's 4 parks in this area. Not bad for such a small area, only built over 2.1 square kilometres. Quite green because there's a lot of trees on the street. Look at all this. These old paperbark trees along here. They all grown fairly well also. They usually go in swampy areas. They seem to be growing quite good over here. There's 3 doctors in Mount Hawthorn, and the closest hospitals are St John of God Hospital in Subiaco and Royal Perth Hospital in the city. There's no train station in Mount Hawthorn. However, the closest train station is at Glendalough, and there is a bus service to the station. So there you go, guys. What do you think of Mount Hawthorn? Now you have to have a look at this house over here. So we'll film the front of it for you. It's still been worked on. It's still under construction. I think it's nearly finished. The people might even be in it. I think they are in it. They have moved in. That looks very out of place over here. It looks like a huge barn. Have a look at that. Quite a big house. It's on a corner block. And this one here is the most rundown house in the suburb. It probably needs to be sold and renovated and done up properly. Or the people that live in it need to fix it up a bit. They have done something on it. Have a look at these pipes over here on the side of the wall. They've put new pipes. I don't know what that's for. Probably air conditioning or something. Pipes going over there. That's all brand new. But yeah, it's a decent sized block for this area. Goes right. This is their garage here, guys. It's a standalone garage. It's also falling apart. So yeah, don't know what's going on there. They probably couldn't be bothered doing anything with the house. So guys, leave some comments for us on Mount Hawthorn. What I'll do now is get to the, because I know you're all hanging out for this one, the median house price over here. And it's quite big. Median house price here is 1,550,000 Australian dollars. And the median unit price, quite hefty, also 695,000 Australian dollars. But grab yourself a gin and tonic or a cup of tea, whatever your preference is, and sit down, because the median land price over here is 1,220,000 Australian dollars. And that oval over there is built on quite a lot of land, so you can imagine what that'll be worth. So that'll be worth a hell of a lot of money. So what are we going to do now, guys, is wrap it up over here somewhere. Might just wrap it up over here under this nice tree. Thanks for watching this video on, oops, nearly tripped, look at the roots over here. Nearly tripped over all those roots. What we're going to do now, guys, is wrap it up over here under this tree. And thanks for watching the video on Mount Hawthorn over here in Perth. Let us know, give us some comments. What do you think of the suburb? And don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And we will see you in the next one.